Saranai, our friend of Dhamma, Dhamma, we would like to pay my Buddha Father Dharma guidance Dharma guidance teacher, and we come to our all friends of Dhamma. We talk about uh, Dhamma. Uh, Saranai, what you are discussing is not relevant to this conversation, to the things we do like various offering puja, etc., might be good for the well-being of society, but the truth is entirely different. The doctrine the Buddha taught was never heard before and is valid forever. Everyone believes and accepts as right conveniently is not the truth. That is why we must listen to the truth. If we are ready to hear, we should listen to what the Buddha preached to the five hermits, Pasvagatausa, the doctrine that was never heard before. The reason of that we are confined to the basic elements and the five faculties, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and skin, and taken their outcome as true. We believe that what we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, and true as true. When we are aware of the truth, we realize that the conversation is not the truth. This is due to ignorance, avidya, of the reality. As a result, we are bound to the unending journey of samsara, journey of samsaric circle due to this ignorance. In this journey of samsaric circle, suffering is inherent. If you do not realize this fact, there is no escape from suffering. In the ground of ignorance, even heavenly planes of existence are not different. We think that everything is going well. Have we get good food, good clothes, more and more money, etc. But this is the result of ignorance. The clothes that we wear today would decay. So we seek for better ones tomorrow. This routine shall never end. The new clothes again become dirty in few days. So we seek better clothes again. We continue to seek various things every day, which is suffering, and there is no end to the process. Although we consume food as delicious today, we are unable to eat it again tomorrow. We are looking for new food in the ground of ignorance. Whatever we think good and as good does not become true. Mhm. There is nothing as good in this world as we think. It is suffering itself. It is this suffering that we believe to be pleasure and comfort. There's nothing but suffering. You said you are 24 and you have never heard this Dhamma before. You said you said you listened to about 100 sermons and asked with the you said you listen at you can realize nirvana at this moment. It is true that you can attain nirvana at this moment. In this instance, only this mind exists. This mind arises and passes away in the same moment. There is no existing mind. Inability to understand this fact causes suffering. To understand this fact is what we call the realization of the truth. Not understanding this nature of the mind bring us suffering. Therefore, what we have to do is to realize this truth. Realization means knowing that the word is a mere appearance in the mind. Salata loko loko, chitteniya loko. The five faculties are the word. The world is certain of mind. The beauty and ugliness do not lie in the material things, but in our mind. Every time the mind flashes, it happens at every instant. This mind appears and disappears every instant. If one can see this instant birth and death of the mind, he does not see the conventional death. Conventional death is becoming intro. Before the inhaled air is exhaled, the death has to be seen the practice of Maranatha. The Buddha impressed upon that if one can recollect the death to between inhale and exhale of breathing is supreme. This is called Kshana Sampati. This is the realization. Dullabang Kshana Sampati, Dullabang Saddhamma Savana, Dullabang Manusatta Patilabho, Pratil Rupa Desavaso. This moment is what we are not able to realize. If we can realize that the mind of we can attain nirvana. My dear friend of Dhamma, we practice in every day Pratipada and like the Dhamma in our day-to-day life. Then we practice in this Dhamma in our day-to-day life. Sometimes we want to solution from Kalyana Mitra, or we want to explain how to the correct path to Nibbana. Then Buddha the Dhamma guidance, the Kalyana Arana say, spiritual Dhamma guidance teacher always ready to give a correct solution and give a correct path and explain to the Dhamma. Then Uddhapada Arana say join us till with in the sermon. Everyone Saranai.
Devasaranai for everyone. May the triple gems bless you all. First of all, I would like to pay my humble homage to our noble teacher, Dr. Arana, sir, and even to our main master who is discussing in this English Dhamma discussion. Today I want to share some of my experiences which I had earlier when I'm going on this Dhamma path. Because I thought it is really important to understand the feeling of existence where you are always get trapped. Therefore, I would simply say my experiences during last couple of months. Just imagine if you have a patient in your home, you always think of that person because he's a patient. You cannot do anything. You have to look after somehow. You have to look after your patient. Maybe it is your loved ones. Therefore, what you should do is you keep the other work aside and pay your attention on this person. Why? You have to take care of that person. That's why you are more serious on that matter. So in that situation, what you should do is you have to keep an eye on him or her because his condition is not good. That means to a certain extent it is critical. Even you get an advice from the doctor, when they say you have to look after that person carefully, somehow you have to tackle that situation, right? So with that feeling, you don't have a comfortable environment in your home because you are suffering a lot. Because somehow you are trying to make him cure by giving medicine, by getting advices from the doctors, like that you do. Why? There's a person in your mind. He's not a normal person even. He's a patient having a critical condition. Just imagine if she cannot talk, cannot walk, just lying on a bed. What could happen to your thoughts, your feelings? I'm very much sure you don't have a comfortable feeling in that situation. Somehow you have to undergo that situation. Your mind is restless. You always thinking, how can I get rid of this person, this situation? What first you should do, what you do is, first you do is, you have to feed that person carefully. You have to clean that person. You have to give medicine for that person. You have to pay your love and affection onto that person. Right? You cannot escape from all these things in your life because the situation has changed a lot. Not like your daily routine. It has changed a lot. It is a stressful situation. Sometimes you won't be able to make an decision, but your mind always having a lot of thoughts with sorrow, with uncertainty, etc. Right? Why? You have been dealing with that person for many years because he is your loved one. You cannot leave him. You cannot let him to go in this world. Somehow you are trying to take any steps to prevent him going away from this world. Because you think that there is a soul in that person. And you are also thinking, I have to look after this one very carefully, right? Why? He is a loved one. You have many experiences with that person. All these experiences coming into your mind at a fast level. You are remembering your memory, arousing you how you had passed your time with that person, the sweet memories you had, sometimes unpleasant situation you had. Like that, the thoughts are coming to your mind at very fast. Actually, you have a restless mind. Always have feeling of sorrow. No escape from that. You won't be able to sleep even. You won't be able to eat even. You won't be able to go to your work even. You cannot do anything. You are get stuck with that person. Because your main responsibility, somehow you have to look after that person. Because the perception of existence is in you. Sometimes you are crying without showing others. The tears are always coming to your eyes. What would happen within next 2-3 minutes? How can I face this situation? You are talking with your children or your relatives. What you should do. Sometimes you won't be able to make a decision. Even why? Your mind has a big struggle. You don't know what you are doing even. Sometimes you may have forgotten your meals even. Right? Because main concern is now with that patient, right? Why? What is the reason? The reason is there is a person lying on the bed in my house. So somehow I have to take care of that person. Right? Because there are two extremes in that situation. We have created. You are in the middle. You go one side, there's a patient, other side, I'm the one looking after that person. There are two extremes. Both extremes makes you the feeling of existence. According to our Father Arana, noble teacher, always saying this concept of two extremes. When you get into, or when you have those two extremes, you won't be able to get rid of feeling of existence. Keep in mind. First of all, you should understand these two extremes. Know that you have to be managed. That can be managed according to my experience. Thus, you must have a very good knowledge in Dhamma, that is known as Satyajnana. If you are lacking in that, every time, every moment, the feeling of existence is with you. We also have that feeling, but to a certain limit. You can reduce that feeling by understanding how your mind is formed. Every single day, in this Dhamma discussion is discussing with that factor why it should be like that. Without knowing the mind formation, the pattern of mind is created of formation of your thoughts, of feeling. You won't be able to understand the feeling of existence. Right? I'm very much sure if you are lacking in that knowledge in this part, Satyajnana, that is the first step you should remember when you are going on this path. But at once you won't be able to understand this concept according to your effort, according to your ability of understanding the theory. It depends. But dear friends, don't worry about it. You have time. Don't make any decision at once in a hurry because you have time. It must have to wait. You must have to wait until you get the clear idea of the formation of your mind. Right? Why? That is the basic thing. That's why even we are coming by looking or searching in different methods. We try to use to understand what is this ego, me, myself. Right? Because of that, I couldn't get a clear view of the formation of mind. I know there is no person. There is no person which I felt, which I feel every moment. But it is only a knowledge. I know that. According to the Dhamma even, there is no person, no myself. But I didn't get a clear idea of it. I couldn't understand this. I didn't understand. Understanding was the problem which I had to continuing feeling of existence. Because I didn't get the correct method to identify the perception of yourself, myself, ourselves. That's the main reason. Keep in mind. Now we are fortunate. Every day we have chances to listen this true Dhamma. We are very fortunate, right? So take it as an advantage you got during this period, right? Earlier we didn't have it. I told you. We went to different places, did meditation for many years. But inside my mind says, this is not a path. This is not a path. Cannot get rid of my perception of existence for myself. Because every time what I do is, I know there's a person inside. I felt it. I'm telling the truth. So even though I did meditation, I controlled it to a certain limit in samatha. But after awakening of the meditation, when I do normal things, day-to-day activities, that feeling comes. I thought, what the hell of this? I couldn't understand this. Even though I did a lot of things. I listened many Dhamma. Why should I get rid of this concept of perception? I realize my path is wrong. No one taught me the correct path. That's the main reason. Therefore, I search every day in YouTube. I went to some interior areas, some monks. I met with them. I had discussions even because I remember I went to a jungle. It's in Habutale, right? There was a monk who was meditating and find out the reality of this life. One day I went to one of my friend uncle. He's in here. When I was at this place, I saw a monk was walking along the road and passing his house. I asked that uncle, who's that monk? That uncle said, he is this monk is meditating. He came to Sri Lanka recently and he found a real place inside the jungle. And he's talking about how the soul has created. And he's trying to get rid of this, that uncle said. But on that day, I couldn't even talk to a single word with that monk. What I did was, I said that uncle, somehow, please, I want to meet that monk. That is the one I'm looking for. This I want to end this suffering, right? So what I did was the very next week with 2 friends, I came to see that monk. That monk came to that uncle's house for hours. I had a chat with that monk. He's not a Sri Lankan monk. That monk was Denmark. So I had a discussion more about more than 30 minutes, half an hour, right? And I wanted to see the place where he is meditating. He was meditating, right? So I asked, it doesn't matter if I come to see the place. That monk said, no problem, madam. You come with that uncle and with your friends. I went to the jungle even. But I saw a very simple life pattern that monk had. I was really happy. I thought that is the way. That is the way I get rid of the perception. I'm saying this thing because it was my past experience. But how would I try to understand this concept and the method I used? That is what I'm sharing these experiences with you, right? So he also said the same thing, right? The young monk, right? There is no use of this life. So Lord Buddha has taught us the different philosophy. You must understand. I can feel that you also want to understand this philosophy. According to my way, I do meditation and have simple lifetime and take meals only once per day, once or twice a day. That enough for me. I'm satisfied with that. And at night even I am staying in this jungle. What I thought was in that situation, that's the method of understanding this feeling of myself. I thought, okay. Then when that monk came to that uncle's place, that uncle called me and gave me a chance to talk with that monk, right? I was really happy at that moment, right? But suddenly that monk was disappeared. I was so worried, like I was so worried. Why? Because I couldn't have share my messages or ideas. I don't have any person. So I was so worried. So then the tanka said the visa was expired. The monk went and the monk was asked to tell me that he left from the country. I was so sad, right? What after that I was thinking what I should do, even while I'm doing my job, right? So that after that I did meditation. I gave up my job. When I was in the road, I thought this is my last job. I don't want to do it anymore. Somehow I want to find the truth, right? So I came to Sri Lanka. My school didn't allow me to come even, but I said I have to go to Sri Lanka. My vision is not teaching in the school anymore. I have to go to Sri Lanka. I have another big vision. So therefore, please let me to go. Then I came to Sri Lanka. From that up to this moment, that means before 2 years, I did a lot of meditation without eating. I went to some monasteries. I tried to find out the reality. I'm sorry, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. I was thinking where the mind was forming. I didn't get any single correct word, the formation of mind, right? That was my experiences which I had during the last 15 years. Luckily, I found this our noble teacher, Arana Master. When I talked with Arana Master at the very first day, he told me the way of formation of mind. So happy. That is what I was looking for more than 15 years, right? That is what I should know now. Okay. I was so happy. I have no words to explain. That feeling comes to my mind even this moment, even, right? Okay. I agree with Aryan answer. Every day I talk to them. I have no time. Sometimes even at night I talk. I called Father Arana. I asked different questions to clear my mind, right? That was the part which I came up to this moment. Dear friends, I wanted to tell you without knowing the concept of formation of mind, you won't be able to get rid of your perception of yourself. Keep in mind, You must have a Satyanana. That is 100% true concept. It is 100% correct. I'm not going to tell you how the mind is formation because it has someone many years by Arana and some other teachers discussing with doctors, lawyers, Ashanti means doctors. I'm sorry to say I don't know their names even. They are trying to tell you, convince you to understand this concept, right? So therefore it is really important. So I understood, I always did everything what I wanted to do with my soul. There's a person inside. Wanted to find out something. Then earlier what I said, if there is a patient at your home, we always think there's a person at our home. Somehow we have to take care of him. Just imagine when you have a thought of this, these thoughts are coming automatically. You won't be able to get rid of your thoughts, right? Till you are dying. It's a never-ending process, It's a never-ending, but you have to keep in mind that you won't be able to stop your feelings. In Samatha, you are trying it by heart. It's not a method of controlling your mind. It's a false idea. I did Samatha more than 10 years, right? We are getting to trouble because that feeling we keep just like a ball under the water, but at once it comes out from the water. That means you are there. Right? Understand this. Yourself is there. Myself, yourself, ourselves. Always. There's a person inside. I am the one doing it. I am the one serving to my country. I am the one doing my job. I am the one treating my patient. And the other side, there is a person, right? Because you have your outside world is you see as a true world, not an illusory world, because it has come true in your mind, right? You think the mind also yours, the feeling also yours, the thought also yours. Dear friends, try to understand. There is no soul, there is no mind. There is no soul, there is no mind. The formation of mind, it clearly says the method the mind is formed, right? When you clear of it, then only you can get rid of that feeling. Until then, somehow you are get trapped with that feeling. That's the method. It doesn't matter because we always live with anusot. When we go on a path of patisota, the soul, the concept, perception of your soul, myself, will release little by little. Not at once. Not at once. Not at all. It takes time. You need time. Right? Therefore, you have to understand the perception or feeling of existence makes you or brings you a different imaginary world. You are dealing with this world. You are dealing with this because it is true. You know what? This is my word. This is my option. This is my tool. right? What will be there, right? Always thoughts. You are living with your thoughts. If there is a thought, that is in perception. Is there. Myself is there. But we won't feel it over and over again. That is the another reason. We won't feel it only when we are getting to that deeply. That comes into your mind. We have to get into that thinking very deeply. There's no person. That is also, it doesn't matter. It is also method, right? We have to keep in mind. When you know it, only through knowledge, it does not help fully to get rid of your mind. Then you must have practice when you are doing your day-to-day activities. Practice makes you perfect, right? One day. This practice Arana also always taught us. You have monasteries, right? You can go. You have time, if you are free with your work, if you have less responsibilities, you can go to a monastery and you can have an idea. You can clear out your doubts by discussing it with in-laws or with another friend Aranas, and you can listen to them because your environment has changed in that situation because nothing that daily routine. It's easy, I think. It's easy. But those who are not have that chance, nothing to worry. Even though you are at home, even though you are doing a job, it does not hindrance to understand this true Dhamma. Right? It won't be a battle. It's a battle, but you have to take the battle to run. It is like a battlefield, right? You have a battlefield there. You have fighting. The battlefield. Just imagine the battlefield. It is like the mind is also like that. We have a battle. Sometimes you may fed up with this. Your feeling sometimes. That's why some people are committing suicide because they cannot survive with these feelings. Right? Understand that. They go to extremes with their mind because they always thinking it is true. They are living with that situation when it is developed to a certain level, can happen. Understand what I explained. Everything we do, everywhere we go, everything what you see, we have a feeling of perception. Till you attend it done. Right? But by listening to Dhamma, and understanding of these methods, the formation of mind, will reduce your anxiety of attending God. I also have anxiety those days, right? But it will reduce. Nothing to worry. It takes time. You take your time. You have to listen Dhamma without being making it is as a thing, right? Take your time. When you have time, you can listen Dhamma. There are so many some discussions in the father side, right? You take your time. don't take it as a serious matter. Because when you are so serious, sometimes I also had that feeling, right? That's why I'm telling you, when you have become so serious, that also become an obstacle to understand the correct path. Without being so serious, but just live with this world and see what is there and, and match with the concept, the formation of mind. And when you are go deep in your thoughts, you have to remember that you match with that concept with your mind, right? That is what I wanted to say now, right? If not in a hurry, you won't be able to. After you are free from your mind, that after that you are living with your feel most of the time, not every time, right? Fear is always have with Arahats, where those who attend Bhanan. We also can have that experience. Then your soul is dissolving little by little. To a certain level, it has dissolved. You will be able to understand the feel, what is feel, what is thought. It also takes time. What is feel, what is thought. Till then, we are thinking this is the feel, right? This is what Arana was saying. This is what Unansi always saying us. This is a feel. It comes from your thought. No, that is not the way. Fears come automatically. Then you will be able to understand, this is what. One day you will have that time. Till then you wait, right? Don't try to understand what is feel, what is... No, it doesn't come. It doesn't come at once. It takes time. You have to wait patiently till that point comes. Right? Dear friends, I want to say, when you are free from your mind most of the time, you will never get caught with your thought. You will never get trapped in your thoughts deeply. But there are some certain limits. You have a limit. You have limits. You know, when you are trying, you are getting into trouble. You will have a clear idea to a certain level how your mind works, is right. Then you will be able to get rid of from your thought. It comes automatically. There is no person doing it, right? When the mind power you have developed more than your previous work or now or this world, the power of your mind will reduce little by little, like the charge of the battery going down slowly. It won't happen at once. It happens little by little. It takes time to reduce the charge of the battery. Also takes time. Well, you have some electrical equipment at your home, right? When you are not plugging into your phone into the current, when you take off it, the battery will reduce. The level of the battery works reduce like that. It's a machine. Our human body is a machine. It has a mechanism. That mechanism, Lord Buddha has explained us. I told you we are fortunate to listen that the formation of the mind and the mechanism of the body and the mechanism of formation of our mind also marvelous. It is marvelous. Try to understand this true Dhamma. It is really makes you a happy person. There's no person in that happy, but to share this experience, to say this, I have to use this word. There is no person. There is no person for feeling even. It comes automatically. One day you may feel it, right? You may realize it, but I told, right? Till then you wait patiently to understand this theory, right? That is what I wanted to say, right? So the previous experience that I shared with you, I told you I have an ego. I am there myself. There's a person outside. There are things outside. According to that, my mind works, right? When I think of that time, I won't be able to think even how to live with that situation. Because I realize it is an illusory world which I had earlier. Now also I'm with that one. I'm not fully awakened, right? It won't say like that. It is not true, right? For a moment, a certain level, you can awaken your mind, right? In your day life activities. Even though you are at home or you are in a monastery, it depends on you. The things that you are doing, right? So that is the thing I wanted to share with you, right? That was they were my experiences because I wanted to share with my experience because which I think these experiences might have with you, but and you have to match with the concept where you were in it earlier. Now how you are going to tackle or deal with the situation after listening to Dhamma. And you can see there's two different words which had earlier and now you are dealing. That is what that is also we realize one day that that's how I worked earlier. Now it is not like that. It is different. I'm not get panic. Even though I have anger, I have a control over that matter. Even though I have a happiness, I have a control. Happiness comes automatically. That is the sense. Mind sense. You won't be able to stop that senses. Stop. It is a natural process. What you can do is you have to understand the pattern of the senses, and you have to understand there is no soul in that. So that illusion world, you can get rid of that illusion world to a certain level, little by little. That is the thing. The senses you can't stop, right? Till you are alive. You won't be able to do it, right? You have to understand that. If you are trying to control your senses, that is not the path. No. It comes automatically. It comes with your feel, not with your thought. It comes with your feel, not with your thought. Thought might can be controlled by matching the concept of true Dharma. Understand what I say. It takes time. That is also takes time. So I think you have been listening to this Dhamma, true Dhamma for many years, for many days, or maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years, maybe a week, maybe a day, maybe a moment. It doesn't matter. You have to understand the clear understand of this and how you tackle with your life with the feeling of existence and how you are going to deal with this situation, and one day you will be able to understand the most of the theories the Buddhapada Arana taught us, and you can match with this, with your experiences. I think that these things are enough now, because I think that is what I wanted to share with you, because with I think you can take an idea, have an idea with that. So again, I want to pay my humble homage to Buddhapada Arana and also many ones, and those who are listening to this Dhamma. So that's all for today. I'll be back again in another day. I will discuss or I will share my ideas in future. I'm going to stop this discussion now. Teruvan Saranai. For everyone, may triple gems bless you all.
Teruvan Saranai. Our Dhamma friends' speech is over. Teruvan Saranai Menin Mahasa, do you like to add few words?
Teruvan Saranai. Yes, Madam, is very important. Then it's valuable for everyone. Yes, okay. Teruvan Saranai.
Teruvan Saranai Menin Mahasa, much merits to you, Menin Mahasa, for your introduction. And
Okay. Teruvan Saranai.
Thank you, our Dhamma friend, for your valuable speech with your own experience. And we are very grateful to you. Finally, let me pay homage to our spiritual guidance teacher, Buddhopada Arana Mahasa. Teruvan Saranai, everyone. Teruvan Saranai.